What's going on, everybody? I'm Figure Father, and I have kids that break toys. So I'm gonna see if I can fix these. And yeah, I've fixed these quite a bit. They're not the best quality figures. My boys enjoy them, but I've had to like fix the leg here. The post on this thing snapped, so I put a screw in and asked my kid if it was okay if it didn't pop off, because like these things have a slime feature. You shoot slime in here, and then once it's full up, you push a button. The button pops the leg or head off, or this arm that's broke, and slime squirts out. And my boys enjoy it. They love this. Yeah, but unfortunately they're rough with their toys. Yeah, so I am gonna try to fix this right here. This used to have this piece that connected to this piece this way, and it clipped in. It had a spring in it. I had to take the spring out because there's another piece here that broke. So I'm gonna try to fill this cavity in and get it to reattach. So I was going through my bits box and I found this, so that's a good start. It fits in there nicely. I'll have to glue it. I'll have to cut it down and then Dremel that whole area out. I'm not even sure which way I want to do it. Yeah, so it'll go this way. So I need to cut that flat, Dremel that out, and I think I'm gonna use this peg right here as the bridge between here and there, but I'm gonna have to do a lot of dremeling right here and snip or cut those off. I'm not even sure if this is gonna work. This is all just guesswork. Yeah, so if you guys use Dremels or anything, you know, be careful. This crap will get in your eyes. Let's see. How's it going, everyone? Yeah, so we're fixing some figures. We've got some Ninjombie slime toys to fix. My boys like them, they enjoy them, and they break easily. They are fun though. They play hard with them. Unfortunately, they got sad when they broke. They're only 5, so it was, I knew it was bound and determined for this stuff to break, but it's okay. I'm just trying to fix stuff the way I wish stuff could have got fixed when I was a kid. But yeah, so we're gonna see if we can do this. I don't even know if this is possible. I really don't know. I don't even know the best way to go about doing this. Let's see. I need. What are y'all doing?
He wants his rocket launcher.
Okay. You gonna fire off some rockets, bud?
Yeah, I'm gonna show how high and
You're gonna show how high your rockets go to Aunt Christine?
yeah.
Nice.
There's my rocket.
Yeah.
There's the rocket.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got it?
and I don't know. I'm missing something else.
You're missing the plunger part?
Yeah, the plunger.
The big gray part
Yeah, that when I
that you step down on? Is it in your bedroom? Your playroom? Go check your playroom, bub.
go in.
And then let me know. It's not in there? Well,
I felt my volcano in another rocket.
you did?
I don't know where
You're just gonna have to look for it, buddy. I don't know where it is. I haven't seen it in a couple of days. At least. I don't know, bub. That would be one of my boys looking for his rockets. I guess I could have better done this organized. Do what, Oliver?
Stop. He's looking for the thing.
I know. Where is it? Do you know? Why is it under the couch?
I don't know. Did you get it? No.
Wait.
That big stuff?
How did you know it was under the couch, Oliver? Did you put it under there?
No. I
Oh.
did it.
Well, hey, good job, buddy.
Tell me it was under the couch.
Alright, I found the piece I need. Hopefully this will work and I won't take an eye out, but you know, if it happens, it happens. Safety first, everybody. Wear those glasses. So this is a cutter bit I'm going to use to cut down that piece that's hanging out right there. That piece right there. I'm hoping this works. I think I did a repair. So for anybody that's watching, anybody that, you know, enjoys this stuff, I have a YouTube channel. I post stuff on there, figure repairs, diorama, builds, everything like that. I made a emergency video fix on on this Gravespin figure. The leg right here snapped, the post, and I put a screw in there and got it fixed. And then Hazmat over here, the big arm came apart. Luckily the posts were okay and they didn't snap, so I just glued it back together and those fixed. And then literally less than 24 hours, I go to pick my kids up from my in-laws house and they tell me that the figures broke again. And I was like, what broke on them? And now it's the things that actually hold the limbs on there. That's the hard part to fix. That's the part that when you put the slime in these figures, there's a button that you push on the back. It pressurizes the slime, the limbs fly off, and slime squirts out. Yeah, it's real messy, real fun. My boys enjoy it. I should probably mark that. I can mark it, cut it. Okay, I think. So with this part right here, and then there's this part right here. This part is supposed to clip in here. The post broke, so I'm trying to figure out if I put that there and cut it flush. I'm trying to figure out if I need to cut this part flush as well, so they just sit like this, and then make a piece that goes from here to here so the whole arm can pop on. Basically like a connect and collect figure, a build a figure part. He still would like the limb to pop off, so like they just pop off like that, right? That's how they pop off, and that's how they're supposed to clip on, and I have to rebuild that because this part broke. Yeah, that's what I'm working with. And I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's see. I gotta find a marker. Okay. Basically, when it comes to Dremels, take your time. Don't rush it. That's how accidents happen. The boys really enjoy these things, and they're really cool figures. They remind me of toys that I grew up with in the 90s. But yeah, I was concerned. I really was worried. I was like, man, I don't know. And then as they've been playing with them, these plastic pieces, there's like a little plastic lever right here. Yeah, that's the part. That's the main issue that snaps on these things, and that's what holds the limb on. So Ninjombie, makers of Ninjombies, if you're watching this, if you ever do another round of these, you might want to figure out how to fix that, because yeah. And I know these toys are not made to be like thrown around, but and then I know people can be like, oh, they're not made for 5-year-olds, but you know what? These are pretty cool figs. I really do like them a lot. And My kids are happy with them. I mean, crap, they play with them every single day. All right, more Dremel noises. All right, I'm also roughing that up, that plastic, so when I Dremel this part out and glue it in, it should stick like the super glue should stick, right? That's the thought process. And then I'll try to, plus I also want this thing to be as long as possible. So there's a lot of real estate in there for this whole piece to give it some rigidity. I don't even know. Well, I mean, so here's the deal. So this is the bit that I'm using right here, right? This is my joint. It's literally the same size. I could just Dremel this piece out with that and then just go in and just chew all that up to go all the way through. But I think I'm gonna start a little smaller and work my way out. That one, so the heat doesn't melt the plastic. 'Cause that's the one thing about Dremels. You go too fast, the plastic gets too hot, everything melts. And yeah, it's a bad time. I'll use that. Yeah, like I have different brands of bits. I experiment with everything to kind of see what I can use. Stuff like wire brushes, bits and everything. And I like to experiment with them to see what all I can do with the Dremel. I've used a wire brush, a flat wire brush to sculpt essentially fat folds on a figure that needed it, but because it had a lot of stuff on there, and I cut a bunch of the stuff off, and I just needed the base of the body for something, and it had a bunch of fat folds, so I re-sculpted the fat folds with the Dremel and existing plastic that was on the figure, so I didn't have to sculpt anything. It started smoking, and then right there, that's what happens. The plastic melts and gums up. All right, let's see. Is that gonna fit? No, a little more. Yeah, gloves. That's right. Forgot my gloves. Thanks, Bill. Crew Maru's in here. That's fantastic. Be right back. I'm gonna grab my gloves. Yep, gloves, man. Safety first. That's right. And I even told the guy that I've been talking to on Instagram about figure restoration. He had super glue in his hands, and he literally, I told him, I was like, bro, you need gloves because you can develop a skin allergy. Not even joking. The dust, debris, super glue, all this crap affects you. So gloves, man, gloves. Thank you. Completely forgot about them. Let's just hope I can hold on to this bit now and this piece. Literally, we're taking our time with this because I don't want to have to dig any sculpt stuff out. Okay. All right, so right there, like it's getting there. I think I'm gonna try to go even that out a little bit. Yeah, my kids, when they broke these, they told their mom, they said, you have to give these to daddy. He's the best fixer and he can fix anything. And I enjoy that. It makes me happy. But I learned all of this stuff from Crew Maru that's in the chat, Mr. Billy. Without him, I wouldn't know how to fix any of this stuff. I just think it's, there we go. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Okay. So that, there we go. That works on that. But yeah, without him, I wouldn't know how to fix this stuff. That's how I learned. Also experimenting, like literally, just seeing what goes with what, how, like taking his teachings basically and applying them to how my brain works and how I look at things, and it just works. I've made things work out. Okay, so that's nice and dremelled out. Pretty sure if I put some super glue on this, it's got a little bit, it goes in there nicely, but a lot of this is gonna be cut down. But I think if I glue it and give it a twist and then leave it, that's after I Dremel this part down. But first I need to cut this part. So I need to mark it. Give me 1 sec, I gotta find a marker. Debating if I want to cut it down and then like cut off most of this, right? Glue this piece on there while that's doing its thing. Work on this part, and then this is where it always gets nervous because this is the part that holds it in there, right? So I don't know. They always say, you know, sometimes you just got to go for it, right? You won't know unless you try it. Honestly, I think that's part of my motto is you don't know unless you try. I get people all the time that are like, I don't know if it's going to work. Just try it. Well, what if it doesn't work? You won't know unless you try it. So honestly, go big or go home. Go for it. Yeah. So what's everybody up to? What are y'all doing this lovely, lovely Saturday? Does anybody collect figures? Or are you just bored and you found this and you're just like, hey, what is all this about? Are you figure collectors? You've been watching the San Diego Comic-Con stuff? I need to get caught up. There's a lot of really cool figures that are coming out. A lot of really cool figures that cost a lot of money. I won't be able to get a lot of stuff, obviously, but there are definitely some stuff that I'm looking forward to, like the Dungeon Crawler Carl figures. Also, if you hear some weird noises like that water, that's my kids out back with their mom and their aunt. Spraying water hoses and stuff. So also you might hear some yells and stuff. It's my kids, they're fine. They're outside enjoying the pool and everything. And they have been asking me all week to try to fix these figures, so I was like, okay, yep, I'll work on them. And then whenever the figures first broke, they asked me, they said, Daddy, can you make a video like you do? So I made a video for them. And I have asked them multiple times, hey, you guys want to watch something on my channel? No. They never seem interested. And then I made their videos and they watched them nonstop. So I guess they just had to be something they were into. It's so funny because every time I watch a toy repair video on YouTube or anything like that, every single one of them, and even I've said it on my videos, it's so much easier to work when you're off camera doing something like this, because working around a camera, because like I have the camera next to me, right? I can put my arm this way and now the camera is directly in between my arms. All right. So then I can clean all that up after I do a test fit. Let's see how this works. Okay, cool. All right, so that gives me a little bit extra to work with. So we chopped it down a little bit extra, and then where'd my peg go? Also, are any of you guys or ladies, parents out there, do you always forget what you do with stuff? So essentially, also ADHD is a real thing. Okay, so basically this is what I was wanting. A piece to go in here for me to glue. Then the peg part to slide in there, glue that into that. So there's a lot of real estate between this to this and this to this and then this right here, and plus it's thick. I don't want to jinx it, but I shouldn't say it, but I really don't think my kid will be able to break this. But you never know. I probably shouldn't have said that. That's probably the worst thing to say. You know, you speak it out in the world, and then it happens. Okay, but that is exactly what I wanted. So now I just gotta. All right, we'll do this. That out. Go ahead and do the big glue. This right here, this is what we're talking about. Safety and skin safety. Because this stuff right here, really, really bad. And if it gets on you, it can be really, really bad. So we're gonna coat that. Good layer. Also, that away, so none of this crap will stick to me. I've ruined a good amount of clothes. Like right now, see it's sticking? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so I took my glove off. But yeah, so that's good. That's good right there. So we're gonna swap gloves. We're gonna let that dry too. It should dry pretty quickly. But yeah, no, super glue. Anytime that I'm working on stuff, I try to wear junk clothes because honestly, I don't want to ruin my clothes, and I've ruined shorts and shirts and stuff because of super glue. Like, look at this. This is the only downside about rubber gloves, is trying to get them on. So far, that's what I wanted. I wanted that. It's doing what I wanted it to do. Honestly, after I fixed the figures and my kids said they broke again, I was like, ah, crap. Well, at least I know what broke. And then they were like, no, it was something else. And I was like, oh, so my fix is hell. So yeah, Ninjombies, if you guys ever see this video, hopefully you will, and use this as some quality control. I mean, these are great figures. I love them. I love the idea of them.
Dad,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna come inside and
Are you
and
done?
then we'll watch the video.
Okay, that's fine. Wait, what do you want to watch?
I want to watch Ninjombie.
Okay. Hey, bud. Get a towel and dry off, okay?
You can put your stuff on.
All right, give me 1 minute. All right, sorry about that. My kid came in from outside. My other kid's outside. He wants to watch Ninjombies. Ironically, the Ninjombies also has a YouTube channel, so they like to watch the promotional videos and all that stuff. So I'm gonna get that set up for him to watch. He's not watching my channel, but all right. Sorry about that. Now we're back. We're back at it. I put my gloves back on. Okay. All right. All right. Loud noises. How you doing, Rhett?
What?
So how you doing?
I'm great.
You're great? Did you have fun outside?
Yeah.
Nice.
I
I saw. Alright, yeah, okay. We're on a good track. Okay. All this stuff right here. Clean all that up. Vacuum here a little bit. Okay, so that... Alright, now we have a long peg post. So now I need to fit it into this. This is where it comes to a big decision time. I'm gonna have to cut this off. Alright. Let's do that. Yeah, if you hear any screaming in the background, my boy's watching Ninjombies. And here I am fixing a Ninjombie. It's kind of funny. Told you these boys love Ninjombies. Essentially, I already kind of drilled this out earlier to fix it, and I'll have actually a video on my channel on that one. Alright, so that, okay. Alright, so let's figure this out a little more. Yeah, it's funny because I was like, I don't know if I want to do, I didn't know if people would enjoy these or not, but I mean, honestly, there's a lot of walks of life on Twitch, right? You don't want to just keep drumming though. You need to do test fits every once in a while. But yeah, that's what's funny. That's how I can tell when it can, right now. You can skip it right there. Okay. This is still going to take a little bit of drumming. All right, let's see if that's going to work. No. I think I'm gonna zap it with a bigger one real quick. That should be it right there. A little more. The one upside about heating up plastic though, like with the Dremel, like you're dremeling, if the liquid gets hot, sometimes, and not all the time, you can pop a cap in there, it'll mold to it, it won't stick, and you can pop it out and you're good, but it doesn't work every single time. Let's see if, well, you gotta get the bits out, the excess out. Let's see if that works. I have to drill into that a little more, because that's not. Okay. The only downside is I'm worried that it's going to be too loose. But I don't want it to be too tight, too. So essentially my idea is it's gonna pop in there. Oh, okay, so that tells me. You can skip it right now. Alright, so I gotta cut off that much. Man. Alright, so right there, that's why you don't dremel too far. Because it'll go through. But luckily, it doesn't matter. It's fine. All right, well, I'm gonna call it right there. I'll finish making a repair video and post the rest of them online.
If you like what you see here, please push like and subscribe.